Do you see the Western Front? It's getting a bit more
populated, yeah. Even though we have a surprising amount of units, like, to the Low Countries rather than the French border, which is
but we will build more, so it's fine.
Yeah, of course.
We do have one core left, though, that we can put in Mannerheim or something like that. To pretty much withdraw all the soldiers from Czechoslovakia, but...
Yeah, I was saying that. I was thinking that maybe we should...
But Czechoslovakia will fall to events, so...
Oh, okay.
With the whole Munich thing. There we go, Spanish Civil War. And now we have a decision to make, whether we want to intervene on the side of nationalist Spain. I mean, we don't really have to do anything other than click this thing.
Right.
In the early 1936, after electoral victory of the socialists, Francisco Franco declared war. He has his capital in Burgos. And, I mean, it's more or less a 50-50 of who wins. Or, well, I mean...
Is it?
As far as I've noticed, like, half of the times Nationalist Spain has won, half of the time Republican Spain has won.
Okay, so it's not like in... like when the American Civil War breaks out in Victoria too, where it's kind of like the CSA, they never win. Or, like,
yeah, but
like 10% chance.
I'm guessing that Nationalist Spain has like an advantage overall. I don't know. I'm just not sure.
I mean, they did win in the end, so
yeah, they did. But yeah, and if they can go either way. We
they
could
have a
also
much
send
cooler flag, so I root for them.
They do, honestly, but we could like send them, or can't we?
Oh yeah, because they're counted as a separate state now. Well, how about if we go to diplomacy? Shouldn't we be able to do something? I think it's very useful how you in the diplomacy can like filter by continent and stuff.
Yeah, that's useful.
Can we proclaim guarantee? Oh. Allowed debt.
Army group, 4th army.
Offer
army.
Trade agreement. Should I offer to national in Spain?
Sure, but the ally, well, I mean, the AI will take care of it usually. The most...
Okay.
I mean, the most useful thing we could do would be to send them expeditionary forces, but we can't do that since they're not in our, alliance or faction.
Offer them lend-lease aid.
Oh yeah, that we could do.
Should I offer them?
I'll see if they accept it.
Very likely.
Oh, there we
yeah.
go. So now we have the last slider in the production thing called land lease. We can add to that if need be. But they haven't really distribute. Yeah, they haven't added any sort of demand for us to produce for them. So right now we can't really do much for them. Either way, now the border here is pretty much covered. Every single province on the west has at least one army division in it. Or infantry division, I mean. And the Graf Spee has finished producing, so I'm going to put it in Kiel. Not that we're going to focus at all on naval stuff, but...
we can at least pretend.
We can at least pretend that it exists. But honestly, the one part that is a bit undermanned is right now the Eastern Front.
Against the vicious Poles.
Yes.
Yeah, so I guess a general recruitment would be in order.
Well, that's pretty much what we're doing right now with
I guess
producing
so.
more divisions. So it's just where we place them afterwards.
Production.
And I'm figuring maybe something like we should have... Well, of course we will have more panzers and stuff like that when it starts, but maybe you should handle panzers and I handle the infantry and have them separated like that.
Could do.
When the war starts. So basically... what you do then, the general theory is like you use the infantry to attack a province because take for example, say Danzig, for example, because you know where that is.
Thanks.
So you take your infantry divisions and you win the battle, and then for example, say the province is behind it. Now this is okay. It's a pretty shitty example. Let's take another one. Okay, where should we take?
Warsaw.
Yeah, Warsaw, but see the province that is closest to Warsaw, but that we can see and to the north, Mlava.
Mlava, yeah.
Okay, take the infantry division we have above it, and we attack Malava and win. So the infantry division is in a rout. Then we use a panzer division that is standing in the same province, but hasn't been, doesn't have the whole cooldown of attack thing.
Yeah,
then we use it to use the superior speed and move through that province, and then behind the other units where there is no, like the provinces behind it, where there probably isn't any infantry units, and then capture Warsaw real quick or something like that.
Okay.
That's mostly how you use armor or motorized to kind of punch through behind the enemy lines.
Okay. I think I get the theory.
It's just that we need to put it in practice later on.
Do we?
We do. Oh, we have an army corps here with only one division into. It's pretty pointless. So where can this one fit? This one has only. This one has 5. Well, you can have another one. Let's see. Corps in Vecta. There we go.
So in our Panzer, if I used like the template 1936 for the Panzers, we have 4 allowed brigades. I wonder what the third should be if we have 2 light armor and 1 motorized.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about these guys is that you see it's pretty hard to find, but next to the right of softness you have speed.
Yes.
And both light armor and motorized have 18 speed. And if we were to put infantry there, it would only move at infantry speed because it always moves at the slowest denominator or lowest denominator. Another suggestion would be engineers, because they help out when it comes to,
clearing mines. No.
No, but helps you when you attack over bridge or over rivers and crossing rivers faster.
Yeah, and they're surprisingly fast.
And they are as fast as
Yeah, the rest. So
they're
either
pretty
armored
good fit.
cars or engineers, but I think I agree. Engineers.
Yes, so
they have pretty high teddy bear percentage, though.
Yeah, they do. But they're more of a support unit, so they stay behind as much as they can, I think.
Okay. Well, I can't really, or the recruitment tab is red, so that means I guess they won't be.
No, it just means that they will not be built immediately. But we are. Okay. I mean, most of our ships are getting done, and the artillery brigades is almost done already. So
yeah, I'll put them in.
Yeah, so you can build them in. I mean, you could build like 4 at the same time, so we build them in cores, so to speak, because we have no cores that need supplying with units, so we could just build an entirely new core around the new ones. So if you build 4 of them, 4 panzer divisions at a time, we will have an entire core just for them. Then we could have an entire panzer army with only panzers. And wouldn't that be grand?
That would be grand.
We really do need to fortify Königsberg because it's woefully undefended. Pretty much the whole east is like that. And we're not even using Leibstandarte Adolf Hitler.
What a waste.
Or SS-Standarte Deutschland or Germania, how you say.
We have a whole flak regiment named after Göring. That's weird.
Do we?
Yes.
Where?
In the Oberkommando des Heeres, we have Flak Regiment General Göring.
I did not even know that. I didn't even know you could add brigades to a headquarter, but that's news to me. See, learn with us.
I guess they are mainly like protective units. Like it seems to be garrison and anti-aircraft units.
Yeah.
So what happens if someone attacks our Oberkommando des Heeres? Like, does say they break through and attack? And what happens to the units that are attached to the headquarters? Do they lose contact and supply?
No, the unit will act like any fighting unit and will try to fight, but it's pretty shitty. So it will lose, and then
obviously. But like, what
then
happens
when it tries to flee? It will flee.
Yeah, but
unless it's surrounded and destroyed.
What happens to the other units? I mean the ones that are like connected to it.
Well, they will still be connected to it.
Okay, but it has no negative effect. I mean, shouldn't you? I mean, my point is like, shouldn't you? What's the importance of the HQ units?
Well, the thing is that I think they're fairly vulnerable because I know that once upon a time, my headquarter in Africa, when playing as Italy, I mean the Ethiopian command. Speaking of Ethiopia,
they
conquered.
annexed.
I think it was some hard battle, and it was pretty much shattered and then reformed in Rome, where it was saying that there was people on leave and people who had been shipped home due to being shot and stuff like that. That they reformed the high command in Rome, and the units were still attached to it, but it was so far away at that point that it is was limited. So I think something like that. Yeah. I don't honestly know. It's not something that I notice too much because usually I don't lose my headquarters. They try to stay behind. But I played a few times as Germany, and I've steered the invasion of Poland and France myself. But when it comes to Soviet Union, I can never be bothered, and I just automate my army, and it always loses.
Okay.
There was one point when I had invaded Romania, but since there was some event that added them to the Axis, I had areas in Romania that I could never get rid of or something like that, and Romania couldn't be attacked or couldn't be declared war upon by me. So I had like an army corps that was stuck inside Romania. And then when I lost to Soviet Union, they took all of Europe except for that army group inside Romania because it was entirely enclosed by Romanian borders, so it was safe. I was waiting for the time to strike out. Yeah, and now almost all upgrades are done, so how is that research going? I have a lot to research. But most of the infantry stuff is almost done. Surprisingly fast. Yeah, it's gonna be done next day, tomorrow.
Yeah, 3 months into the game.
Or, here we go. Small arms advance, so we should probably take them out because now they are too high. And then there was the rest. There we go. And yeah, now our upgrade need got shut up because now they need these new things. Also, by the way, I noticed that now suddenly National Spain has requested Lend-Lease. We're putting 0.85 IC on that. I have no idea what they ordered though. Could be anything. But yeah, now the first series of units have been done, including infantry brigades and infantry divisions and stuff like that.
Where did they spawn?
Do you see the whole icon up there where we have units available to be deployed?
Yes.
And then you can deploy them, and if you click on one of them, you'll see the green areas, and you can notice that Eastern Prussia is not green. Because any area that is connected to the headquarters immediately will be green. So yeah, the thing you do with... okay, you will get to do the demonstration, and I will lead you through it.
Okay.
So if you click on first Art Brigade and deploy units.
Yes.
And then put it in... do you see the area... closest to Eastern Prussia, that's not Eastern Prussia, but green. Up near Danzig, called Lauenburg.
Yes.
Add the brigade to that region, or the province. And then you select both of them.
Right.
And then click on merge the selected units.
Hang on, select both of them, and then... Oh, merge.
And now the brigade will be part of that division. So now it has 4 brigades. So it's fairly easy to upgrade armies.
Okay,
and now we should just do that with the rest, following along the front.
Okay, but I'll take the west front, I guess.
Well, we don't have enough for the west front yet, so we will have to...
okay.
Have to do it one at a time. There we go. This one needs one as well. So pretty much all of them on the up here has gotten.
Yeah, I attached two to the kind of Czechoslovakian border too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
spread
Now
it
we
out a
run.
little
Now
bit.
we run out of of units.
That was quick.
Yes,
Okay,
but we will
so-
have another series. We will need a lot more artillery than expected. So I'm gonna add a division to Deutsche Krone and add them to where is it? Stolp. Yeah, because now we need to refill the corps that doesn't have. I mean, we pretty much want all our corps to have 4 divisions each, right? I guess that's the optimal.
Yeah, I suppose.
So now it's just a matter of refilling, I suppose, or supplying them with that.
Okay, maybe this is a very obvious, or a question with an obvious answer, but on all the sort of, what are they called? Unit cards, whatever, that you can see like on the map.
Yes.
Like for example in Deutsche Krone, it says 3-3. Why does it say 3-3 there, but not on the others, where it says 2-2?
That is a very good question, which I don't really have an answer for, because I've noticed the same thing.
Like,
honestly.
what's the point? Most of them have 2-2, but
Well, the thing is that could be
one.
because
is it the skill level?
it hasn't.
No?
No, it could be because the Deutsche Krone, sure, right now it has the same amount of units, but it's a newly deployed unit. So it started with these 4 brigades, and I'm guessing since the other ones were just merged, that it will change to 3 later on. I'm guessing maybe.
Oh, now it
Deutsche
turned
Krone
2-2.
Turned it 2-2. No, they turned into
Why?
3-3, all of them. So,
What?
all of them that has now been upgraded with artillery brigades are now turned into 2-2. And I'm honestly gonna order more artillery
Yeah.
because it will be needed. I mean, sure. The thing is that I mentioned with parallel and serial with production, and the thing is that there's a thing called practical, because every time you build a unit, you're getting some practical knowledge and new industries. So the more you build of a certain unit, the faster you build them further on, right? Makes sense.
Yes.
But the thing is that if you build all of them in one batch, then they won't get, if you the first brigade you build won't get the practical, or then this. I don't know how to explain it. Like the batch won't get the practical from the units in it. But if you build 10 units in a serial, so you build 1 unit, then 1 unit after it, and 1 unit after that, all of them will gain from the first one's practical, and so on. But if you build them in a batch, it will gain practical in a batch, but those units in the batch won't gain the practical. You know what I mean? It's very hard to explain.
Kind of.
But it's more like if you build 10 units, 1 at a time, then when you start the second unit, then you have your knowledge of how to build it from the first unit. But if you build 10 at the same time and assemble them all the 10 at the same time, when you build them, then you gain experience and know how to do it. But while you build them,
Okay.
I don't know how to I don't know how to explain it. Honestly.
I'm sure you do your best, but it's it's complex.
Just try to imagine, the difference about building 10 computers after each other and building 10 computers at the same time. By the time you build the 10th unit, and when you build them, separately, like one at a time, you will have a lot of knowledge on how to build a full computer.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
while you
I
finish
get
the
it.
10th one,
Right.
I hate explaining.
That's the whole point of this video, or these.
Yes. But the border with Poland is fairly well fortified. It has now 4, except for Eastern Prussia, but I'm not counting that. We have 4 corps. Each of them have 4 divisions, so we have 16 divisions lined up. And we have another 3 divisions in, a sort of panzer corps. Maybe we
Right.
should put Guderian on that. Where is Guderian?
Where
that
is
son
he?
of a bitch?
Come here, you.
There he is. Maybe we should put. You should. Balzer, you can be there. And Guderian, where are you?
Oh, what a terrible waste. Von Bock is just leading a corps. I think I will assign someone else to that.
Yeah, I just added to the 11th Corps, which contains all our panzers, is now led by Guderian himself. And he has von Manstein under himself.
Pretty powerful.
Oh, von Manstein has so many traits, he's so good.
Yeah.
Germany starts with so many good leaders. It's
So hang on, where was Guderian now? Was he...
He is in the province of Neusalz, which is in like close to Silesia, under the 11th.
Aha, I see him now.
And von Ravenstein is
Ah,
there as
with
well.
Panzer, yes. Ah, yeah, but he has, yeah, it looks weird how von Manstein is his subordinate, only leading a division.
Yes, but I mean, leading a division is quite good in its own right. It's so many men. It's like,
But I think I will...
what is it, 10,000 men or something like this?
Well, sure, but von Manstein was the man who led the entire Eastern Front at one point. I think I will try to pick someone else for that Panzer division. Like someone with Panzer... Or like maybe offensive? No, here's one. No. Yeah, I'll try to find a replacement.
Yeah, now our airplanes were completed, so they will try to help in the conquest of Poland. Now stationed in, where is it? Stettin. Under leadership of Major General Kitzinger. Yeah, max command. So Göring can command 12 air wings at the same time. But it's rarely that you really have use for it. Actually, I'm gonna take Klepke, I think, maybe. Or Mitch. Mitch. Mitch is gonna lead us.
Hey, Mitch.
I don't know who he is, but he's gonna do it.